So Lyubaka here for LyubakaVideo, highway bassing and unboxing the Walleye Killer Kit by Mepps. Mepps is a traditional European French company. They've been using VMC hooks like forever. They're known in the game. They're like the household name for inline spinners. A lot of people don't call them inline spinners, they call them Mepps. The same way you would call a crankbait or a power, because that was the household name. So there's 6 in this one. I got it off of Amazon. I will link below. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by anybody except for maybe Aquarius Rods, if I could call that sponsorship. These guys need to get their game straight. And the Walleye Killer Kit, I've always been interested in catching walleyes on spinners, so this is what I'm gonna try and do. I know I will pick up bass. I know I will pick up pike on spinners because they're notorious for grabbing stuff like that. That's why I'll be using a wire leader, especially in the fall months. There's so many pike everywhere that if you do not want to be just throwing out your baits, you want to put a wire leader or a heavy-duty Kevlar or a good fluorocarbon leader. So the box, traditional box, polyurethane hard, and let's see. I'm gonna start off with this one. This one is a Cyclops. Interesting curvature. So this one will be a casting spoon. You can use it as a jigging spoon as well. The hook on this one looks a little bit smaller, so this will be good for trout as well. It will work well on perch, pretty much anything, especially if you're jigging vertically, you'll pick up crappies. So this is the Mepps Cyclops, 8 grams, made in France. The eye seems to be on for now. I don't think it's gonna last long once it bangs up against the rocks. The scale pattern is interesting, and it has this red finish on the Cyclops. So all in all, interesting bait. I would say if you rip it out about 45-degree angle and then let it flutter and then bring it in, you'll pick up something. So I'll put this back in the box. I'll go to the next one. This is one that I've never been too lucky with, the Mepps Comet. So it's this bait right here, Mepps Comet. So it's a combination between a soft plastic minnow with a wire through. It has a double hook coming out of the butt and then a treble hook in the tail, and that's connected to an inline traditional Mepps spinner in size 3. The Mepps Comet, I've caught fish on them, obviously I've caught bass. I've never caught a walleye on this, so I'll try it for sure. I want to see how that's gonna work. It's a nickel finish, kind of a lightweight one. I don't know what the weight on this one, it doesn't say, but it's a size 3 blade. Again, out here I'm guessing I'll hit a smallmouth bass before anything else. Next up, Mepps Black Fury. This one is a staple in pretty much every bass fisherman's tackle box. The Black Fury, this leaf, there's so many variations of this leaf. This particularly will work on big trout as well. I don't know if I need to actually dress this a little bit shorter. A lot of times what this does, especially if you're casting upstream, it slows the bait down so you can actually get a good run. And for everybody who knows trout fishing, that's the key there. You want to flip it in the undercuts, you want to flip it in the brush, you want to flip it in the fallen trees, and this is what gives you the best result. This is why rooster tails are so efficient, because they have this slow run downstream. So again, this is a size 3, pretty traditional. Got a little bead right here that some will say will mimic a salmon egg. I don't think that the fish have the time to actually respond to the bead. What they do is they respond to the vibration, and the aggressive hit is what you get from a bait like this. So once again, this is the size 3 Mepps Black Fury, another one that I'm pretty confident I'll be able to catch a fish with. Next one up from the Walleye Killer Kit, this is a traditional Mepps Aglia with a dressed hook. So once again, this will bulk up, the bucktail will kind of give it a little bit of a volume, and especially from the vibration that the blade gives, it bulks it up even more. Musky fishermen know this. I know this will just get slaughtered by pike. The gold blade, the bright color of the bucktail, the pike will just go after this like there's no tomorrow. So again, pretty confident this will work on pike. About walleye, who knows? Hopefully, I really hope it will. So far I've ran through 4 of these baits, all of them are great. And again, this one, no mystery here, you can see exactly what you're getting. Another traditional Mepps, this is the Aglia long. So this one is a size 3. The willow leaf on this will give it a little bit of a tighter profile, so it's gonna look more like a cone. And the vibration, this is more of a traditional salmon type of bait. So right now is the salmon run down on the Great Lakes tributaries. For somebody who likes that type of run and likes combat fishing, I'd say something like this would be great. I know Wolfpack Outdoors up by Sheboygan, he does really well on lures like that, fishing the Sheboygan River. I usually fish the Root River, and that becomes really nasty. There's so many people there, a lot of snaggers, and this will happen. You will snag fish just because they're so thick in there, but this will actually get attacked by cohos, this will get attacked by steelhead, browns, and kings. So great bait. Again, pike will just destroy this. This one has a little bit of a grub type of addition on the body before the bead, and then the hook is looks like a size 3, I'd say, treble hook, pretty decent. I like this lure. Again, it has to be a pretty big walleye to hit this. This is the Aglia long with the gold willow blade. This next one, I would say traditional trout and smallmouth. So this, for a small creek, this would be my top pick. This next bait is the Mepps XD. This one is with the orange fire tiger. Pretty heavy weight added to it, so it will flip out quite far. And this one is, I should say, in my opinion, a little bit more in the Panther Martin family. I think they're the ones that traditionally have this type of blade. So this is definitely a small stream slash rock situation where you want to be using this. This is with a smaller hook, looks like a size 6 treble, and this is a size 3 Mepps XD. Another great bait, which I would traditionally focus on casting where I'm fishing for trout and smallmouth. Not saying that I'm not going to be able to catch a walleye on it. It just has to be the right situation. What I'm thinking right now, probably around powerhouses where you have little wing dams, where you have shallow water walleyes, kind of like areas under dams. That probably would work. And with the bright colors, I would throw this in the low light parts of the day. I would throw it right after sunrise, maybe even before sunrise, or right after sunset. So I would be really focusing on the low light parts of the day with this type of bait. Once again, this is the Walleye Mepps Killer Kit. I chose it because I've always been interested. I used to sell these a lot on my eBay fishing store back in the day. I used to get the pike and muskie one, the bass and the walleye. I used to get all 3 and sell them quite well. They're popular, especially in Europe. There's a lot of devoted spin fishermen in Europe. So this killer kit, definitely a great choice. Pick one up, choose your species, the one you like. They have a trout one, they have a panfish one. There's a variety of them, and you'll see what you like best. I picked up this net. This is the ODDSPRO foldable fishing net, and this one has an extending handle. What I want to do is I want to test it out today, because I'm hoping I'm not gonna hook into a pike, because this is not the right net for a pike. But this is how long it becomes once it's extended, and the bag is decent size, so it will work perfect if you're in a kayak, if you're wading, any sort of bass fishing that you will do. This will work perfect. Once you catch a longer fish, it will fold inside, so I wouldn't suggest using this for big game like musky pike and stuff like that, especially with the fact that if they go head first and they do one of those zips, they will cut you right through, no matter how good your net is. And this is more of a fine fishing type net for trout, big panfish, and bass. I'd say smallmouth definitely. You can use it for walleye. Most of the traditional walleyes, that will work with great. Otherwise, if you have trophy size walleye, again, you want to save that fish. For catch and release game fishing, I wouldn't suggest this type of net. Otherwise, it's great for scooping minnows and whatnot. So I'll get to fishing. Thank you for watching the unboxing. Do what you love, because life is way too short. Lyubaka out.